Keep your loved ones warm this winter with wool. Wicked Stuff has a great selection of woolen items. Zip-up hooded sweaters for him and her. Fun-inspired children's sweaters and accessories for the whole family. If it's wicked, we got it at Wicked Stuff in the Timmins Square.
Hi, I'm Kristen, the Boston Fashionista, and I'm here with Emily Dennis from Now Clothing. Now is a company that started in Portland, Oregon, but also has a store in Freeport, Maine, and now is here on Boston's own Newberry Street between now and through January of 2013. Emily today is going to talk to us about ways to look chic but stay warm in the Boston winter. So, what do we have here?
Well, the goal is to look really good and stay warm. So we have to have
Great. So let's talk about this dress.
So this dress is our F2 dress, and it's made of merino wool.
This is wool. It feels like a t-shirt. It's really soft. It's not itchy.
No, it's not itchy. This is not your wool. It's a totally odor resistant, wicks moisture. It's a really comfortable fabric.
It seems like I could just toss this in my bag and take it anywhere.
And go. It's a great travel fabric.
Great. And so now I've seen this coat all around town.
Yeah, this is our 3/4 cocoon trench. And the first thing to notice about it is how tailored it is. The lines are so graceful.
Well, that is beautiful. But actually, the first thing I noticed about it is look at how thin this is. Emily, how's this going to keep you warm?
I know. Well, so the reason we keep it warm and we can make it thin is because it's a 650 fill. It's a high quality down fill.
So you're talking about the amount of down that is filled in these.
Well, not the amount, it's the quality of it. So you can have a really thick jacket that's made of 300 fill, or a thin jacket that's made of 650 fill, and it's comparable warmth.
So you have a very warm, very compact down jacket.
Yeah, great.
Love it. That's what? But then this just looks like a beautiful, classic black trench.
Yes. Oh, but it does so much more.
Okay.
This is our shrouded fur and trench, and when it's really windy, when it's snowy, you want a layer that's really going to protect you from the elements. So that would be a shell like this one, and this is totally windproof and also highly water resistant.
Now, is this puffer jacket not water resistant also?
This is also water resistant, and if you get down wet and throw it in the dryer, then it will fall and it will dry.
Great, thank you. Now, you also mentioned to me that these are all made of sustainable materials.
Yes, we try and use fabrics and materials that are already on Earth with a carbon nature. So our first layer goes wool, and then down to a natural insulator, and then the shroud jacket is made of recycled polyester.
Recycled polyester.
Yes.
And it looks that good.
Yeah.
So I can look good, stay warm, very important in Boston winters, and do right by Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Well, come see Emily and all of these great pieces at Now Clothing on Newberry Street through January 2013. Thank you.
Thanks.
There's a lot of different weather conditions we can encounter out there in the winter. We want to be prepared for all of them. There's a layering system because we're limited in the backcountry with what we can bring. We can't bring an entire closet full of clothes. We want to have layers that serve multiple purposes that we can either use individually or in conjunction with other layers to fit weather conditions from hot and sunny to windy or snowstorm. The base layer is typically a mid to lightweight wool or polypropylene long sleeve shirt, a mid to expedition weight fleece or wool shirt that adds an additional layer of warmth. Beyond those, a wind shirt that's very lightweight, just provides great wind protection. An additional insulating layer is a lightweight puffy jacket. Thinner, it can be synthetic, it could be down, it could even be a fleece jacket. It's not so heavy that I can't wear it while I'm moving. My ultimate puffy layer is a big synthetic fill insulated jacket or down parka with a hood. It's big so it can fit over all of your layers, and that is what I put on to really stay warm when I'm hanging out at camp. One other layer for the top is a shell jacket of some sort, so it's uninsulated. The soft shell is not 100% waterproof. It's more breathable than a hard shell or Gore-Tex jacket. And I find that the soft shell is very functional in the winter when we're dealing with temperatures below freezing and we're not getting rained on. On our hands, we recommend our students bring 2 liner gloves, 2 warmer gloves or mittens, either fleece or wool, a big insulating mitt, and then a shell mitten to go over top of that. The liner gloves are because you always want something on your hands. The warmer gloves start to add some insulating layers because the liners aren't very warm. And then the shell mitts provide some waterproofing for a variety of activities. I typically bring 2 warm hats. One is a lightweight hat that I can wear while I'm exercising, and those hats can be made of pretty much anything, as long as they're not made of cotton. And then on a really cold day, I have a fleece neck gaiter. The ultimate compliment is having hoods in your various upper body layers. I start out with a very similar base layer to the top, lightweight to midweight, made out of either wool or a synthetic material. If you're a colder person, you probably want to bring an extra insulating layer, like an expedition weight fleece tight. I have soft shell pants, and similar to the top layers, you can get hard shell, which is like a Gore-Tex, or the soft shell, which is more breathable and less waterproof. And I find that the soft shell works really well in the winter environment, again, because we have freezing temperatures. Your top layer on the bottom, you have a big set of puffy pants, and they want to be big enough to fit over all of your other bottom layers. Cotton is the one material that we do not want to bring into the backcountry. When cotton gets wet, it takes a while to dry, and if you're having a wet layer of fabric against your skin, that's going to pull heat away from your body. Both wool and synthetic materials are great materials in the field. Wool is a natural fiber. I think it feels more comfortable against my skin. It has natural antibacterial properties, and so it doesn't get as smelly. Cons of wool, I would say, are that it tends to be a little bit heavier, it's not as durable, and the wool also tends to be a little more expensive. Polypropylene is a great synthetic insulating material. It tends to be pretty lightweight, it's very durable, and it tends to be less expensive than a natural fiber such as down or wool. I'd say the cons to polypropylene are that they tend to get smelly pretty quickly and they hold on to body odor. Down is a great insulating layer. It can be really good in a puffy jacket. One of the cons of down is that when it gets wet, it no longer insulates you. So a lot of times we encourage students to use synthetic fill materials that are a bit heavier but just as warm, but they do have that benefit of if they get wet, you're still going to stay warm. Polypro or your wool base layer tries to move the moisture away from your skin so that it can evaporate and not make you cold. The first way to dry things out is with your own body heat. Wearing a wet article of clothing is your best way to dry it out. Obviously, if you're struggling to keep warm yourself, prioritize being warm and drying that wet layer out later. We have the majority of the layers that we've just talked about for rent. You can come to your NOLS course with not a single layer and be fully outfitted to head out into the mountains.